Thank you, everybody. My name is Bob Sherwood. I am the offering manager for accelerated programs, accelerated solutions on power. So my goal here today is to explain to you the ecosystem and a little bit of why you would want to develop accelerators on your applications on power systems. So first, just a quick, what are we talking about here? So these are accelerator cards up on the top here. They're PCIe attached. They have an FPGA in the middle of them. We have cards now for Alpha Data. We have cards from Nalitech. We also have cards from Semption, who's here. And we have other cards coming in from other vendors now that are being developed. These cards hold the in the FPGA, they hold the accelerator code, which actually performs the calculations that do the offloads from the processor and goes faster. So on a normal POWER 8 server, per socket, you can have 2 accelerator cards on in each socket. So why do you care? And why does CAPI go faster? This is the 30-second overview of why it works and why it goes faster. But on a typical I/O model, you end up with having to pin the memory, run the accelerator, do the calculation, tell that it's complete, put the data somewhere again, and you're done. But the whole thing takes 13 microseconds to run through that whole thing and thousands of instructions. When you come down here with CAPI, the memory is coherent, and you don't need to, therefore, use the device driver. So in the end, you end up with 500 instructions, and you end up with 0.3 microseconds, which is about 35 times faster than 13 microseconds. You won't save that all over the place, but you will save it in these instances, and so you run faster. So an accelerator is going to make your application run faster on power, and if you enable CAPI, you're going to run an additional improvement. So that's CAPI 101. So I want to talk more about the ecosystem. For building accelerator applications, what you end up with is really 4 stages. You have building block providers. These guys build Monte Carlo simulation, encryption, sort. They build the algorithms. Then you have an independent software vendor. He's going to take those building blocks, he's going to put a wrapper around them that has an interface and it's geared towards a specific industry target. So for Monte Carlo, he'd build a wrapper around it. He might put it in the financial services market as an example. Then you have business partners, and they're going to create solutions out of that. So they're going to take the ISV, and they're going to take that application. They're going to take the CAPI card that we showed you earlier. They're going to take a POWER 8 system. They're going to put all that together. They're going to integrate it. And they're going to add services to that, and then they're going to sell that down to the end user. So this is the whole solution building process, if you will. And what's that look like kind of in a picture form? Here you have the accelerator and the FPGA with a building block in it. When you add the application from the ISV, you bring that together. And then if you put that in a rack with servers and you build the whole solution around it, then you end up with a full solution. And this is kind of important because this happens in places during the build cycle. So let's talk first. Well, let me explain now. So my goal on this whole thing is to explain to you how we can leverage OpenPOWER and all the members of OpenPOWER and their expertise to develop solutions that are leading technology and bring value to our customers. So that's my whole job with my whole team, is to take all your applications, try to get them accelerated, try to provide value to our business and our customers. So if we talk about the solution channel, we have the building block providers and the independent software vendors. Why do they want to develop on power? What can I provide them in my ecosystem? So the first thing is we have a lot of development resources available for you. We have access to the technical specs for the accelerators for CAPI. We have CAPI development kits. So you can go out to the card vendors, as I said, Semption, Alpha Data, Nalitech. You can get a CAPI developer kit. You can build your application on there. You can try it out. We have what we call the PIC and the Super Vessel development clouds. These are free. You can go schedule time on them. They have accelerators in the clouds. You can go out and you can try your application. You can tune it. You can improve it. You can make sure it works free of charge. We have access to the IBM Poughkeepsie benchmarking facilities. So once your application's running, if you want to develop collateral, proof points, benchmarks, things like that that help sell that solution, that help demonstrate its value, I have access to that. I can provide that to you. We also have in Montpelier, the Benchmarking Center of Competency, and we have them in Poughkeepsie also. We can feature and showcase your application there, and we can also provide technical resources as you go to do the benchmarking and build your application. It's all free. We have go-to-market resources. So most of the companies that are developing some of these new applications are small companies. They don't have marketing resources, they don't have sales forces, things like that. So what can we provide? We have a website now, just went live. We can advertise your application on there. We have business partner channel, sales teams, things like that. So you can go worldwide. In other words, if you have an application or a solution, I can bring that to a business partner. That business partner has worldwide sales force and resellers underneath him, so all of a sudden your market presence has grown significantly. I also have the ability to bring your solution into our demos, our conferences, things like this. We're showing DRC over there this time when we were at OpenPOWER, or the Supercompute in November. We had 5 demos going in the Supercompute of different applications. All right, so the whole point on this is we have the development resources, but we also increase your market share. And that's what's really key. Between the stuff that IBM will do and our business partners, Xilinx, Nalitech, others, we can go to other customers and help increase your market share. On the other side of it, why do business partners want to offer our solutions? And why do they want to go to the end customers? This is a difficult chart, and I'm just going to step through it really quickly because when you go through the channel, you end up with, up here in the blue, this is where the building blocks get built. Sort, encryption, Monte Carlo. They build the building block, they put it on a Corsa card, a CAPI card, which is what I showed you on the first page. Then we have the solution integrator. This is your business partner. When he does this, he takes that card, he adds the Power 8 server, he adds solution integration services, he adds the customer application, he puts warranty services, he adds all these kinds of services. These are all high margin services that he can add to build this solution. So now he's going to sell and build a solution instead of just hardware. And he gets more margin on it. So that's his incentive. Plus, as we've talked about from the technology standpoint, your solution is going to be more competitive. Doing your solution on Power and invoking CAPI makes your solution more competitive. It's easier to sell competitive solutions. Then he goes down to a reseller. That reseller is going to have installation services. He may customize that in that particular customer's environment, so he gets also margin for that. And that goes to the end. If we can't do this, if the reseller does not have the skills to do the customization, I can bring in the IBM GBS team, and they have skills to manage this process and manage the engagement. And they can do that customization. So I'm going to, if you talk about that, all I'm saying here, and kind of repeat it a little bit, but the advantage to the business partners are they get to add high margin services when they sell solutions. In addition, they bring to the table resources and marketing scope. So they get, all right. A couple quick examples here. We've got an ISV who came to us, and they have text and search solutions. So on this one, what we ended up doing is 2 things. One is I got them introduced. They happen to specialize in the intelligence community. And I got them in touch with a client exec at IBM who handles the intelligence community in Washington. We pitched their solutions to the client exec and to the sales execs for the intelligence community, and now they're running POCs at one of the agencies in the intelligence community. So we got them into the market. It works. Second one down here, I've got another ISV with an image analytics solution. These guys are really doing bank fraud, and I introduced them again. They had an opportunity, but I introduced them to the GBS and the client exec for IBM who handle that account. And in that case, the GBS client exec, she noticed that that solution was so universal. She said, even within that bank, you're not even in the most profitable place where that solution could be applied. Would you mind if I presented it to that part of the organization? Because this guy only had one end to the bank. So she presented it. She's going to present that to other organizations within the bank, and she says that solution is also applicable in the insurance community, which she also covers. So she said, would you mind if I presented it to the insurance community? So now this guy who had one small solution in one organization within a bank now has the rest of the bank, and he's got the insurance community where his solution's being proposed. That's huge for him. He wouldn't have gotten those doors in without going through this, or it would have been a lot harder for him. I won't say never, but. And the last thing is that we did the engagement and management for this because his is a very high-touch solution. Needs a lot of customization depending on what particular end user is going to use it, and we coordinated all that for him. So we provided him a method of going to market that he didn't have, and he couldn't have entertained this size engagement without invoking this ecosystem. So I'm just going to summarize here quickly. We have a winning technology. It's competitive. It's winning. So you can bring that in, and the OpenPOWER Foundation members are going to build leading products with it. We can provide routes to market for you, and we can provide services for you, and we can provide technical resources for you. And that's going to increase your market segment, and it's going to generate more customers, and it's going to help you bring more revenue. And that's what this OpenPOWER Foundation can do for you. And it's why you should do accelerators on power. My last chart, and then you can go drink, is just a set of contacts here. So you can, I think everybody gets copies of the charts, but you can contact myself or Bruce or Brian, any of the three of us, and we'll get you into this process and get it started. We do have a CAPI development website. We have the Super Vessel website where you can go if you're developing an application and you want to go reserve time on it. And we just did, I don't have it up here because we got it live after I did the charts, but we do have a website now where we actually advertise all the CAPI solutions and all the accelerator solutions that are available right now on Power, that website. Thank you. That's it.